wholesale energy prices for businesses are to be cut to less than half their expected price from October the 1st.
That's very welcome news for businesses, this. It's also going to apply to schools, hospitals, charity and other non-domestic consumers, although there has been a package of support announced as well for households. But Business Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg also says he will lift the moratorium on fracking, extracting, quote, every ounce of oil and gas, he says, from the North Sea. Here's what he said.
We've announced the non-domestic support package, which means that the wholesale price for electricity will be £211 per megawatt, and for gas will be £75 per megawatt. And from that, customers will then get their prices. So it is providing for the non-domestic market, which includes schools and hospitals, charities and businesses, something that is equivalent to the support for the domestic sector. It's more complicated because there isn't a price cap for the non-domestic sector, but it will have an equivalent effect. And it's a huge support for business to ensure that they can cope with the rise in the price of energy that's come essentially from Putin's war.
Any information on cost?
But the difficulty with giving you a cost figure is that this will depend on where the price of energy goes over the winter, and that's very difficult to forecast. So I can't give you an absolute cost, but we are talking about many billions of pounds.
Tens of billions?
It will be into tens of billions, unquestionably. What we needed now, immediately, quickly, was something simple that would give people confidence through the winter. What we will have is a review in 3 months' time, which will allow us to see that we are giving support in the right places and that we can ensure that continued support, if that's necessary, is directed at where it needs to go. So it's essentially recognising that there is an urgent problem now that needs a big package, a broad scheme, but because people have hedges and long-term contracts, it will be possible to fuller analysis of the market to understand where support is most needed during the 6-month period. But we are going to have to support, and that's what we're announcing today, the state sector as well as the private sector. This is a fundamental increase in costs across the economy, and schools and hospitals and care homes are obviously going to be able to need to afford their energy in a year's time as well as today. I can't announce future schemes. It would be wrong to do so, and we need to make sure that we use this time to find out where the support is needed. But can businesses and public sector bodies afford the level of increase that there has been? Well, by and large, no, and that's why this scheme is being announced now.